Hello, play Simul. I accept you. Thank you for the follow. Only 5 players, guys, and we will start soon. Guys, just write to Twitch, not to the Lichess chat. If you write to the Twitch chat, then I will accept you. Shadow, where are you? Shadow, yeah, I know you. I accept you. Thank you for the follow. Real Nut Shroud. If you tell me your username, you will also be accepted. Teddy Spaghetti. Let me find you. Okay. Okay, we are already 4. One more player and we will be ready to go. Road to Master 16. Let me find you as well. Another strong player around 2000. Thank you for the follow, everyone. Sevmiyorum. Niye sevmiyorsun? Lütfen sevelim. Sevmiyorum. You also are accepted. Poogie Man. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate. Poogie Man. You have been accepted. Okay, I think I won't accept more. We are already 6. We might start soon. And the time control is 5 plus 10 seconds. And I have 10 minutes plus, which I hope will be enough. Arda Begen, seni de kabul ettim. Merhaba, hoş geldin. Well, around 7 or 8, maximum 8. We will start in a couple of minutes. I am trying to select everyone who has followed. Okay, guys, it's time to start. Already 7 people, or 6. I promised 5 in the beginning. Okay, let's make it 7 and let's go. Good luck, everybody. Okay, let's open with d4. Knight f6. Let's go Sicilian. d4. Okay, c5. Let's go c4. Okay, knight f3. c4. c takes d4. He goes knight f3. Okay, let's play d6. And I will try to play dragon for the viewers. Okay, bishop c4. Knight c3. Because knight f3. Now I can play e5 and protect the pawn on d4. He cannot take because of queen a5. So I assume he's gonna go c3. Some kind of a gambit. D takes, knight takes, then knight c6. He has some compensation, of course. Let's go e5. Okay, takes. Takes. Okay, knight f3. Then the main line is d takes c4 and a4. Knight c6. e4. Yeah, I need to play quicker. He goes h6, which is unnecessary. He didn't have to do that. He could have just developed. a6 is a range. It's also completely playable. Now he wants to take on c4, obviously. So I'll go e3. Okay, knight f3. Knight c6. Okay, here bishop d3 is played very frequently. C takes d5 is also a move, or queen b3. Now this bishop on f5 is very strong, so it's good to exchange that bishop. Bishop d3 should be a good move. Let's go d5. Okay, g6. Dragon. Knight c3. Bishop e2. Takes. He goes bishop b5, and obviously he wants to take the knight and the e5 pawn. So maybe d6 is a move here. I'm not sure if I should care about the pawn on e5. If he takes the knight, I'll get the bishop there. Okay, I'll go d6, some solid chess. He goes h4, bishop g7. Okay, c takes d4, short castle. Yeah, bishop c4 is a good move. Now I cannot play knight f6 because of knight g5. So maybe I need to start with h6 just to prevent knight g5. I can play a move like bishop e6 as well. Yeah, that looks okay. He goes bishop g5. Okay, knight c6. And I am threatening knight takes e4. Let's see if he will come up with something concrete. Okay, let's go e4. I need to bring this bishop into the game. To do so, I'm gonna play e4, maybe followed by bishop f4 or bishop g5. Okay, knight f3, just develop. c3. He takes, okay, knight takes d4, of course. He goes b3, which is also not a good move. Now the knight on c3 is very loose. I can develop my bishop to b4 with the tempo attacking the knight. He goes rook e8, attacking the pawn on e4. Okay, f3 looks normal here. f3, knight c6, then maybe bishop e3. He goes bishop b4, okay. I cannot collect the bishop because of knight c6, of course. He wants to take on c3 and e4 after that, so bishop d3 looks okay. c6. So if I go bishop e3, maybe he's planning to push d5. I cannot take with the e pawn because my bishop will be hanging at the end. I will make some kind of a prophylactic move, king h1. Okay, c takes d4. Queen takes. Okay, knight c3. Okay, where should I go? e3, e2 or b3? Let's go to e2. Okay, let's go bishop g5. Bishop d5, okay. Knight f6, maybe he wants to go bishop g5. Bishop e7 takes, and he wants to control the d5 square. But I'm already a pawn up, so that position cannot be bad for me. Here I can play with the idea of queen a5 followed by knight e4, attacking the knight on c3. Okay, short castle. Goes bishop b5. Okay, bishop d7. Short castle. Okay, let's just develop bishop g5, bishop e3, bishop e7. He goes f3. Now I really need to calculate knight takes e4. This is really a huge possibility for me. Takes. If he takes, I take with the b pawn and the bishop will be hanging. Or not. Okay, takes. He takes this. I take the knight. He takes the queen. I take the queen. He takes the bishop. I take. Then he has knight f7 at the end. Looks complicated. Why not just start with the short castle? Goes knight f6. Okay, maybe h3. Queen b6, okay. That's a good move. Not only is he threatening to take on b2, he's also threatening knight takes e4. The bishop is attacking the knight, so maybe knight b3 is the only move. Okay, a3 takes. Now knight e4 is winning on the spot. Okay, if I take with the queen, he wants to take on d4. I don't want to ruin my pawn structure. I would rather sacrifice a central pawn. Okay, after d takes c5, can he take on c5? I have e5, maybe h6, bishop h4, g5, then knight takes g5. Should be really good for me. Maybe he wants to play something like knight bd7. But I have b4 anyway. I can protect the pawn. So that wasn't a good move. Okay, he goes a5. Maybe queen d2 is a move. a4, then I have bishop e3 and I can put my knight back on d4. So queen d2, goes queen e7. Okay, let's protect the pawn on d4 with ad1. Okay, short castle as well. I need to be careful about this pawn. If he goes queen b3, he's gonna attack both e7 and e6. But I have queen c8. I can protect both pawns in one move. Okay, let's just castle. He goes b6. Okay, e5. Long castle. Weird move. I need to start pushing these a and b pawns just to create some attacking chances. Okay, bishop e3. Knight takes e3. He wants to take on e4. Then let's not give this pawn. Bishop d3. Simple. How about queen c2 attacking the knight on h7? Queen c2, then maybe knight g5. Takes, maybe queen e2 penetrating to h5. Should be a good idea. Goes a4, okay. Knight d4. I am very happy that my dragon bishop is very active now in this diagonal. Okay, let's go a6. Rook c1. I can play knight takes a2, discover check, and collect the rook on c1. That's the simplest move I see now, and I'm gonna go for that. Okay, b4, knight c5. Let's go rook ad1. Okay, b5 takes. Let's go a4. Let's go queen e2, and the threat is queen a4, queen e4. Mate on h7 with the double attack to rook. I also want to go queen h5 and attacking g5 and threatening mate on h7 as well. So at least I am winning a pawn in one variation. He goes queen b3. As I said, queen c8 is the only move. Bishop c4. Okay, let's go b5. Knight d2. Okay, let's take the rook. Now maybe knight d5 is a possibility. If I just protect the rook, then he takes, I take, he takes on e4, takes, and I don't see any concrete stuff. Maybe knight d5, takes, then his knight is not going anywhere. And let's do that. Goes bishop b3. Okay, let's play knight e5. Takes. Bishop takes or rook takes. I think rook takes. I need to protect the d6 pawn. Okay, bishop d7, just develop. He goes knight b d7. Now I have b4, just to protect the c5 pawn. I can also push c6 maybe. Or rook fd1 is a good move. Pin the knight. If he goes queen c7, then b4 maybe. Or b4 right away. Maybe is even better. If I go queen c7, he has knight b5, so I will start with a6, preventing knight b5. Okay, bishop h4, knight fd7. Okay, let's go bishop h6, trying to exchange the bishops. Of course, I won't give this bishop. Let's retreat. He goes g6, which is a good move. Now I have queen g4, and I am collecting the pawn on g5 in the next move. Queen e4 is also a possibility, actually, just to force him to play c6. Queen e4, c6, then maybe queen g4 is better. Or bishop e4 first. Yeah, let's go bishop e4. If I go queen e4, maybe he has queen d5 followed by bishop e7, and he's creating a battery on this diagonal. So let's start with bishop e4. Okay, bishop g3. He goes queen e6, takes. Okay, queen c7. Okay, let's go a5 with the idea of pushing a4. Rook a d1. Maybe f4 is an idea here. I don't know. f4. If he goes to h8, then bishop f3 maybe. Why not? Okay, queen g4, threatening bishop takes g5, attacking on e6, which is annoying. Which is quite annoying. Maybe knight a5 and h6. Wait, can he take on e6? Knight a5, knight takes e6, knight takes b3, knight takes c7, and rook c8. Yeah, he can take on e6. I cannot play knight a5, unfortunately. If I have to go back, which I really don't want to, it would be an admission of a failure. Okay, f takes. Let's activate rook on f1. D takes c4. I will lose on time, as it seems. Okay, e5. Let's go h4. I blundered, I guess. maybe e6. Bishop takes g5. Short castle. He goes queen h3. So let's go h6. Look fd8. Yeah, I really need to play much faster. Teddy Spaghetti is playing very logical chess. Very good moves. How can I protect the pawn on c4 now? It's an issue. b3 is the only move as it seems. Then he takes rook a3. He plays rook a3, then rook b1. I'm kind of a passive, but I don't have any other choice. He takes on c5, which is a weird move. Takes, then he collects the knight on c3 maybe. Yeah, I totally missed that. But I don't really have to take. Let's start with h takes g5. He takes. Knight e3. And let's go queen b6. Queen c7. Now maybe I can take on g5. He takes, then queen g4, f6. And then what? Then I don't have anything, I guess. Maybe I can go queen e3, attacking the knight and the g5 at the same time. Okay, takes. Takes with the pawn. Check. Yeah, unfortunately I am very low on time. Let's take on g4. d5. He goes queen h5. What is he trying to do? Takes, check. I don't see anything. Okay, let's take. Knight takes g5. Now I can take on b2. I can push a4. I have many good moves. I can go queen e3 even. Okay, let's take on b2. Queen e4. Okay, knight e7. Okay, takes. Okay, queen takes d4. I think he wants to take on b3. Then I can take on d6. I think I have a good position now. Queen b6 check. Oh no, it's not a check, sorry. Okay, takes. Then the knight on g5 is very loose. Okay, another good move. I have to take this. Okay, bishop h4. Knight f3. Now I can take on d6 maybe. Yeah, why not? Takes. Knight takes b3. Or should I start with b4? Okay. Let's go d6. Knight g6, rook c1. Alright, queen a5. She takes b4, knight e2. He goes e5. Now I can take on g6. Or queen g3 is also a possibility. f8. Yeah, he wants to go to h6. That's a good move. I totally missed. So I need to drop back to g7. Okay, takes. He wants to give a fork. Let's go with d7. Okay, now takes on d6. Knight g3. I don't know really what to play. Let's go knight h6. Rook takes d6. Just to play faster. Meaningless moves. Rook fd1, protect the passed pawn. Knight f4. Don't know why he played that. Let's go b4. Okay, rook d7. Bishop takes g6. King h8. Rook d5. Another weird move. What is happening if I take? Nothing. Let's just take. Okay, double the rooks. Takes. This is, I think, checkmate in one. GG, Poogieman. Thank you for the game. Takes. H takes. Takes. Knight f4. Rai Sohan, thank you for the follow. He goes rook c7. Okay, queen f7 maybe. Queen takes b4. Okay, let's take this queen. Knight d8. I give a check, he goes to h8. Okay, let's play. Oh, I cannot play g4. My rook is hanging. Check, then g4. Okay, takes. Knight g5, attacking f7. Okay, takes. King e2, bishop b5 check. Knight d4. Okay, bishop c6. He goes knight e4. Okay, rook f4. fc8. Oh no, he might sack. He might sack and we might be in trouble. I am already in trouble. Time trouble, not positionally. f3. Okay, d5. g4. Bishop takes. Rook c8. Takes. Just trying to play faster. Okay, let's give a check, huh? Takes. Rook h3, he wants to double the rooks. Let's give a check. Maybe knight e6 or no. Okay, let's go knight g5 back. Bishop d3 is a good move. Rook d1. b4. Let's push the pawn. Bishop b5. Takes on f1. Okay, d3. Rook e3. Okay, well, what am I supposed to do here? It's a very complicated position. Okay, king g2. Takes on e6. Okay, double the rooks. I was almost losing on time. How can I protect this pawn? I cannot. It's a pity. Take the knight. Go knight d8. Rook e7. I blundered knight e4. Okay, rook c5. a4, a3. Okay, bishop f4. Rook b8. a3. Take the knight. a2. Give a check. Take the rook. Go knight b7. Rook c8 followed by rook c1. Okay, takes. I can take the bishop on f3 as well. Maybe I am even better now. Rook c3. Let's give a check. It was a blunder. Okay, king h7. b3. Rook c2 check. Collects the bishop. Okay, takes. I want to keep the dark squared bishop, so I will play rook e3. Yeah, he takes on b5, unfortunately. Okay, rook c2. Okay, rook c2 check. Yeah, I lost on time. Unfortunate. Okay, rook d2. Bishop d1. This is mate in 2. Bishop d4. Knight c5. Rook e2 is checkmate. Okay, let's resign this game. There is no hope. I'm a piece down. Arda Begen. Kutluyorum. Güzel maçtı. Okay, rook f3. Or just takes. Bishop b3. Okay, king g7. This looks drawish. I might win this game, but it's not easy. Not easy at all. Takes. Don't know if I should take or not. Okay, let's bring the king. This really looks very drawish. Let's go g5. Road to master 16. Please don't flag me. Knight e5 check. Okay, king g3. He goes knight d3 maybe, attacking the b4 pawn. But I have moves like bishop g5, threatening mate also from f6. Okay, knight e4, knight d3, knight c5. Let's go h4. Okay, king f6. Let's offer draw. Hopefully he will accept. Yeah, he did. Thank you. It was a good game, road to master 16. He goes h6. Let's go g5. Let's take with the bishop. It's very hard to play. This position is very hard to play. I want to go knight e4 and knight c5. My knight is not doing anything here. It's restricted by these b5 and c6 pawns. If I put my knight to c5, maybe it can jump to e6 one day. Okay, he goes rook d7. And rook d3 is a big issue now. Very big issue. Bishop c2 is the only move. I am covering these squares, which is good news at least. Rook d4 attacking b4 is an idea. Arda Begen, teşekkür ediyorum oyunlar için. Tebrik ediyorum tekrardan. Sana da iyi günler. Knight c4. Okay, let's go knight e4, and I am planning to play knight c5 in the next move. King f7. If knight c5, then he goes rook d4. Let's go. I shouldn't think too much. Maybe bishop e4, and I can attack this weak pawn on c6. He goes rook d4. Okay, bishop e4. I think knight e5 is a good move. Yes, knight e5. Okay, bishop f4. Attack the knights. King f6 might be a move. King f6 takes, and he's playing for the win, obviously. He goes knight d7, which is a dubious move, I guess. Takes, then I take on c6. I'm also taking on b5 maybe later. I'm wondering if I can go bishop e3. But no, he takes, I take, then my bishop is hanging. He takes on d7, takes on c6. He goes rook d4. And I cannot protect the pawn on b4. So I need to take this guy and try to win this endgame somehow. It will be very difficult. Maybe it's objectively already draw. Okay, bishop e2. Bishop f3. Let's improve the position of the king. King g4. I missed bishop d5. Oh my goodness. That was really, really bad. He can just sack this actually. My h-pawn is not gonna promote because of the d5 bishop. It's the wrong colored bishop. He can just sack on f4 now and wait forever. Okay, king g3. I'll go bishop g5 and try. Okay, bishop g4. Bishop g5. Let's go king f3. Yeah, it should be a draw. Let's go bishop f4. Bishop e5. Let's go bishop e6. Yeah, I blundered the pawn now. It's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Yeah, it should be a draw now. I can just sack one of my bishops to the pawn. Okay, bishop f7. Okay, h3. Okay, bishop g3. I hope he won't really try to win this endgame. for a long time. Okay, just takes. Yeah, thank you for the draw offer. I was gonna resign otherwise. Okay, guys, thank you for the simultaneous exhibition. Now, actually, you can send me some challenges. I will play with the viewers. You can send like blitz challenges, like 3 plus 3 plus 2 or 3 plus 0, and it should be unrated, please. Yeah, I missed the fork there. I played very quickly. I should have I should have done that really. It was a blunder, but it was a good game. You also played very well until the end. I didn't deserve to win, so I'm not upset that I missed that fork. I wasn't playing very well throughout the game. So guys, I am waiting for the challenges. Feel feel feel free to challenge. I prepared that King's Indian line. It was in a chessable course. Yeah, I know that line. It's very double-edged. Especially e takes d4 move is very strong actually. It's not known very well. The usual line is knight c6, d5, knight e7. That's the main line of King's Indian, but e takes d4 is also a playable move. It's not a bad move. Not everybody knows the theory there very much. Yeah, it's kind of dubious move, but yeah, fun to play. Okay, I will create one more simultaneous. Okay, guys, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, I am back. Back. Pedestrian chess. Merhabalar, hoş geldin. Hanish Burger, thank you for the follow. I accept you. You're welcome. Ferrari'ye tüp takalım. Sen de hoş geldin. Çok güzel bir kullanıcı adım var. Teşekkürler Pedestrian. Hoş geldin. Poogie Man, I also accept you. You are very willing to play against me. This is the second time. Rica ederim Ferrari. Okay, guys, two more players, then we will start soon. I'm planning to play against 6 players, not more than that. Okay, not a GM. I also accept you. You crashed me the other day. You played unbelievable chess. Deniz Kamber, teşekkür ediyorum takip için. Bu yayında İngilizce konuşuyoruz arkadaşlar. Akşamları genelde Türkçe konuşuyorum. Chess Legend 7 Harish, thank you for the follow. Harish Rampage, I also accept you. Poyraz 191. Deniz Kamber, seni de seçtim. Hoş geldin. We are already 8 people, guys. I cannot select more, unfortunately. This is enough. I don't have much time. I have just 15 minutes. The time control is 5 plus 10 plus I have 15 minutes. So if I choose more, then it won't be really appropriate. Eric123, I cannot choose you this time. I am really sorry. Next time I will choose you though. Okay, let's start. Good luck, everybody. Ren Albersman, thank you for the follow, but we just started. I cannot select anybody else anymore. But in the next simultaneous, please remind me. Okay, let's go e4. Let's go c4, play every opening today. g3. Let's go Dutch defense, f5. Let's go knight c3, c4. Bishop g2, knight c3. Let's go f4, king's gambit, knight f6, bishop b4, Nimzo Indian. Okay, e5, maybe c4. Playing aggressive chess. Okay, let's go c5. Knight f3. One small knight f3. Bishop g7. Knight c3. Let's go bishop e2. Of course, I need to take with the b pawn. I don't want to exchange the queens and lose my castle ranks. So bishop c4 takes. Okay, knight f6. Knight f3. Because knight g4. Interesting move. Trying to give a fork on f2. Rook f1 is a good move here. Actually, I don't have any other move which prevents knight f2. Rook f1. I was planning to long castle anyway. I cannot short castle because of the diagonal. So rook f1, and after that h3, kicking away this knight. d3, bishop somewhere, queen somewhere, and long castle is my plan. So rook f1. He takes d4. Here queen a5 looks interesting. d5 is a possibility as well. Knight bd2. Okay, this game is going very slowly. Let's go b6. The boring London system. Please don't play that. against me. He goes g6, okay, short castle. Knight c6, okay, h3. Just drive the knight back. He goes knight f3. Okay, knight bd7. Bishop b7. Bishop h6. Such a weird move. Normally it goes to g7, not to h6. Now d4 looks okay. I would be very happy to exchange the dark squared bishops. So d4 takes, takes, then he will have some weaknesses on the dark squares. Okay, d3. This is kind of a reverse King's Gambit. I am playing King's Gambit with the black pieces. Okay, let's go bishop c5. Now this was a blunder. He should have started with bishop takes c1. Now the bishop is hanging. Okay, bishop d3 takes. Knight c3. Bishop a6 is also a big blunder. I think he didn't see that my knight is also covering on a6. Bishop takes a6. Okay, bishop takes queen a5 maybe is a move. I can start with h6 as well. Or maybe even a6 followed by b5, bishop b7. That's how I can complete my development. He goes e5. Okay, let's go into some boring lines. Exchange kings in game. Bishop g5. Okay, d6. Knight f3. b5 followed by bishop b7. Okay, bishop h4. Queen takes d8. He goes queen e1, which I really don't understand. Why did he move? I don't know. Let's continue to develop. Bishop g3. Bishop g5. Bishop b7 would be a mistake because now he wants to go bishop takes h7. I cannot take with the knight because it's pinned, basically. So I need to start with h6. h6, bishop h4, then bishop b7, and my pawn will not be hanging on h7 anymore. So d4, because bishop h5, okay. Bishop g5. Let's go h6, bishop b7. Now I can take on e5. Takes. Maybe he goes to f4. That's his idea. Okay, takes. Goes bishop e6. I didn't see this move before. Normally they go c6, avoiding knight d5. Now I can go knight d5. If he takes, I am happy. I have the two bishops. I can maybe as well take on e5. Okay, knight d5 takes. Maybe he wants to go h6. Okay, what if I take on e5? I think it's okay. I'll take on e5. Bishop takes f6, queen takes f6. Knight takes d4. Knight takes e5. He goes h6. I can take and just retreat. But if I go like move like bishop e3, he has knight takes e4. Bishop h4, g5, bishop g3, knight takes e4 doesn't work. So maybe bishop h4 is possible. He goes e5, which is a bad move because it weakens the d5 square. I won't take on c6, of course. If I go knight db5, then he has a6. Maybe knight c2. Just simple. Knight e5, okay. He wants to take on d7. Queen takes, then f6, and he will ruin my pawn structure. So I will just retreat to e7. The queen f7. Bishop g3. He goes knight f4 and wants to take on g2. I can maybe take on f4. I don't know if it is a good move. Rook takes f4. If g takes, bishop takes. But then he has queen h4. An intermediate strong move. If I start with bishop takes e6, then he goes knight g2, king e2, or king d2. Okay, takes, king d2, bishop e3, king e2, f takes e6. Then my king is not going anywhere. Maybe rook f3. Or I can just play simple like queen f3 just to protect the g2 pawn. He goes rook f e1. Okay, let's go rook c8 and pin the knight on c3. b4, bishop b6. Okay, e4. What am I supposed to do here? He is very active. I am a pawn up, but he has very active pieces. Now his threat is knight takes e4 again. I cannot just castle. He has knight takes e4. If I take, maybe he takes with the rook and controls the d file. If I retreat to d3, I cannot go to d3 because of the c4 pawn. I don't want to really go to f3 either. He might go knight h5. Bishop takes c7, rook d c8, and he has a lot of initiative. So I'll just take on d7. He goes queen d2. Okay, knight d5. F takes e4. Okay, short castle, he goes rook d2. But rook d1, then he doubles the rooks. It's okay, I think this is the best move in the position. Bishop d4. Okay, queen takes or knight takes. Queen takes. Is there a tactic? I don't think so. I can take with the queen. Okay, bishop g5. Okay, his obvious threat is a5. And this guy is really playing very well. Again, we have to play a5 just to stop a5. d5, short castle. Maybe he goes rook d2 again, attacking the b2 pawn. But then I can take on c7. I don't think he can go. Okay, bishop e2 just to develop. F takes e6. Now g3 looks like a good move. g3 takes, and I have queen h5, and looks interesting, just for fun. He goes rook d2 anyway. Okay, takes, goes here, takes. He is now actually not threatening to take on b2 because the rook on d8 is hanging. Maybe I just simply go b3 here, I don't know. Or maybe knight b1 is also a move, but no, can't play knight b1 because of the pawn on e4. Okay, let's calculate. Bishop takes c7, rook d7. Yeah, it's a tough position to play. Knight d5 is also interesting, just to disconnect the rooks. Okay, knight d5. If he takes on e2, maybe knight e7, king f8, rook takes, king takes e7. Yeah, he's getting two pieces for the rook. It's not good. Not good at all. Takes, rook d1 doesn't work because he takes on b2. Okay, I take, he goes here, I go back to e5. He takes on b2. If I give up on b2, then my pawn structure will be ruined. Maybe simply b3. b3, knight takes e4, knight takes e4. Okay, let's go b3. I was thinking too much about this move. Spend my whole time basically. Rook ac1, let's go rook fd8. Takes. Okay, knight e7. Check. Okay, takes. Yeah, I need to castle long somehow. I cannot do that now because of the bishop. Let's go knight e2, eliminate the bishop first. Let's take on e5. Let's go bishop e5. He takes with the pawn. I thought he cannot take with the pawn. How can he take with the pawn? Interesting. Okay, takes, then maybe queen d7. I'll take on c3, that's for sure. Knight d5. Okay, takes, he takes with the queen. Well, I start with queen d7. He takes, I take with the bishop. He goes rook d1. Then I go king f8, maybe. Why not? Bishop c4 is a strong move. Yeah, I need to take this knight. Knight takes e4. Why did he do that? He takes. He takes the knight. I take the knight. He takes the bishop. And looks equal. I take the knight. He takes the bishop. I go knight c5. I don't want to give the bishop pair. Okay, bishop e6. Takes. Oh, he takes the bishop. I didn't consider that. Knight takes e4. Rook takes e2. And knight c5. Yeah, black has equalized. Might be even slightly better because of the piece activity. Rook takes d2, rook takes d2, rook d1. Then he goes rook c2 maybe. Okay. Queen takes. Can I play e5? e5, if he takes, I have knight into e5, queen f5 maybe. Will be his reply. And then what? Okay, let's just castle first. He goes rook d1. Now he wants to play bishop h7. Later, if I go bishop b7, he has bishop h7. So queen d5 looks logical, followed by bishop b7. He goes queen d2. Okay, queen g4. Let's go d4, open up the center. Okay, rook d1. Am I missing something? Let's see. Yeah, I'm obviously worse in this position. He goes queen e2. Okay, bishop b7, check. I take, he takes queen. That wasn't really necessary by me. And he wants to play queen, bishop c2 now. Okay, bishop b7, check. I take, he takes, I take. And that's not good. Not good at all. I might even lose this game now. Objectively speaking, I don't see how I can save the queen. Bishop, king f8, and bishop c2. It just means the rook. Okay, I need to sack the queen. Okay, rook ad1 or rook fd1. Fd1 goes f3. d5. Okay, knight takes d1. f3. Let's bring the king over to the center. King b1. Now if I take, what's happening? I think I can take. Nothing wrong with taking on d6. Takes. King f2. Okay, he forced to exchange the queens, which is not good news for me. I didn't see queen g5. Yeah, I have to go like this. f4. Okay, knight c3. Let's take with the rook or bishop. Let's take with the rook. Rook takes. Yeah, I need to do something. I need to play actively. I shouldn't have allowed that f5, f4. That's for sure. Maybe now knight b5, c6, knight takes a7. At least we win a pawn. Yeah, this is a miserable position. Miserable it is. Don't know what to play. Let's go c3. Rook ad1. Rook f4. Just double the rooks. He goes f4. Let's go rook d7. I shouldn't allow him to play queen c7. Knight b6. He's attacking on c4. The c5. Knight d5. Then a3 maybe. Then he goes a6 and he also protects the pawn. But what to do? Knight f4. Let's go king f1 or g3. Where is this knight going after g3? Knight g6 maybe. He goes f2. He's finding every good move. And this is hopeless now. He goes g3. Okay, let's bring the king. Queen d1. Let's double the rooks. Knight g6. Okay, rook d7. Attack the b7 pawn. h5, rook h3, he goes c6, knight d6. Still 5 games to finish. The b6 is the only move to protect the pawn. He goes rook g1, which I also missed. Yeah. Harish Rampage. Very good player. Okay, rook h1, he takes on h1, I take, then f1, queen, just wins. Yeah, I will be in Zugzwang soon. Okay, let's go h5, g4. What's this move? I can take on h3, right? King, queen takes h3, knight takes e5. Then I just retreat to h4 and his king will be very weak. He goes b5. Maybe knight b7, knight a5 is an idea. If I take, he takes. I go knight c4. c6 pawn is very weak. I don't want to take on b6. I need to bring this bishop into the game. Maybe bishop d3, bishop e4, and positional threat of bishop takes d5 is good. Okay, king f8. He goes queen d5 check. Okay, king h8. Knight e7, bishop d5 will be met by bishop d5 maybe. That's his plan. Okay, bishop e4, bishop d5 takes. Anyways, let's bring the king over. Okay, this is resignable. No point to continue. Rook c3. Okay, let's give a check first. Yeah, he forced to exchange the bishops, but I can take with the knight actually. Takes, then bishop e4. He gives a check on d4. I go bishop, king d3. He has to play king e5. Then he might be in Zugzwang soon. This looks okay. Harish Rampage. Good game. Okay, king g7. Bishop e4. Maybe he goes back simply to e7. He doesn't want to go to d4. Now this game will be finished soon. He goes king e5. I cannot take obviously, but I go king d3 now. He goes a4, trying to create some weaknesses. How should I reply to this move? He takes queen b7. Okay, how should I mate him? Let's take the rook first. Rook d5. I wanna go rook b5 and try to create some fortress, which will be very hard. Okay, keep queen h3 is mate in 1. GG, not a GM. Rook b5. Now my every piece is protected. If I stabilize this, like I play with my king, but he has some winning chances, of course. If he plays in the king side, he might have some winning chances. It's not that simple to create a weak fortress. I need to put my bishop to b5 actually. Okay, rook d5 is met by queen c7. He wants to go queen c7. Okay, rook b5 has to be played. Now he has to protect the pawn on b4. Queen c4 or queen c3. Okay, he goes knight e7. Let's just wait. Looks drawish. Queen e7 is a good move. Okay, bishop d5. Gives a check. What if I take? He takes. I go here. I don't have any winning chances, so let's go here. The king goes here. And this looks drawish. Yeah. Good game, pedestrian. So only game left is against Chessmaster, and we are suffering in this game. We are barely surviving. Queen d6. Okay, bishop b7 doesn't have to be played because the pawn on b4 is hanging. If he takes on a6, then I go rook takes b4, and there is no way he can win that position. He needs to keep the pawn on b4. And now bishop b7. He needs to push g4 sometime. He doesn't have any other winning chances. Even that g4 might not help him to win. Okay, bishop d5 again. I can wait like this forever. Bishop b7, bishop d5. Or it's even better to put the bishop to f3 maybe. Just to block the g4 breakthroughs. Oh, f5 might be an idea sometime. f5, if I take with the pawn, imagine that my bishop is on b7, f5 might be very strong. If I take with the pawn, then he has e6 and collects the f7 pawn. So my bishop maybe needs to sit on d5 just to avoid f5. If I take with the g pawn, then he gives a check and collects the h5 pawn. So I cannot avoid that. When his queen is on e7, my bishop has to sit here on d5 to cover the sensitive e6 square. Teşekkürler Pedestrian Chess. Çok güzel oynadın. So now the f5 break doesn't work. Or maybe actually it works. f5, e takes f5, then queen a7. No, I have bishop d7. Sorry, doesn't work now. It's not that simple now. g4 doesn't work. I just take because h5. I also take the h5. So maybe he needs to bring the king somewhere. He goes queen g5. Wants to push g4. If I take g4, he maybe wants to push h5. So let's go bishop f3. If he goes g4, then I just take with the bishop maybe. My bishop is also covering the h5 pawn. He goes queen d8. If I go here, he goes here. And bishop d5, f5 is coming or not? Yeah. King h7, queen e8. King g7, f5. This is strong. Okay, bishop d5, g4. He's offering a draw, but he can push this position actually. I will accept your offer. I feel that I'm in trouble here. Kind of a Zugzwang. If I go bishop d5, He goes g4, or no, he goes here. I don't know. Bishop d5, g4, h takes g4, and queen g5. Maybe it's not that simple. Let's check with the engine if it is completely drawish. It looks like completely drawish. Queen f6, then e6, and he is really ruining my pawn structure. Maybe f5 even earlier was winning somewhere. Yeah, I should have been more careful with f5. Here the engine says king h7 was the only move almost. Because after queen f6 is not coming with check anymore. But after bishop f3, f5 is just crashing. He takes, queen f6, king g8, and e6. If he is really collecting every pawn, f takes, queen takes, gives a check, at least wins the pawn on e6, and the b pawn is just a pass pawn after that, which should be enough to win the game for white. Okay guys, you can send me some challenges. I have some time, maybe one or two games I can afford. Pedestrian, teklif atabilirsin. Bir el atalım istiyorsan. Should be unrated. Challenges should be unrated guys, not rated.